It's already there.
You live? You live already now?
Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
Live on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Everything good?
Yep, good.
All right. First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers out there who are pushing His word in all truth and all sincerity and with charity. All right, and we're just going to get into a quick lesson about how, pride leads to destruction while meekness leads to salvation. All right, and in this truth, you're going to have particular individuals that come in, all right, they'll, play the role, so to speak, for, some time, but through the Spirit, the Lord is good, He'll expose them. And the main reason why the Lord exposes them is because of pride, and this is the main reason also why the Lord, cast them away from Him, okay, and away from the body. You see? All right? You got to be as that, as what did Yahweh Shai say? You have to be as that little child, okay? That's the spirit you have to come in. All right, when you come into this truth, you can't be on your high horse. All right, see a lot of guys. What happens is the scriptures say, it says what? Knowledge puffeth up.
Yep.
And they learn a few scriptures. They're able to quote scriptures. They're able to line precepts up, and now they think they're on some type of level.
That's right.
You're right. Then I even understand what it said. Well, all I get understanding. You know scripture all day, but you understand it, man.
That's right.
And then another thing, Jake don't constantly what scripture say. Examine yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta examine yourself constantly, man.
Right. You don't see the apostles say it all the time. You don't need no parents.
Yeah.
See, just because a parent can, you can say, the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I shall not want. You don't know it by heart. What the fuck is that gonna do if you don't understand what it means?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then not only understand what it means, but then break it down too.
And
I got
apply
some-
it.
Yeah. You say what?
And apply it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I got a scripture too. Whenever.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 10 and 12. The beginning of
Can
pride.
we start up a little bit above? I think maybe like 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Shit. Yeah.
I think it's 6.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Pride is what you want. Pride is hateful between God and man, and by both does one commit iniquity.
Both the Most High and man hates pride. Everybody hates a prideful motherfucker, man.
Yes,
Everybody.
Yeah, scripture said pride hates before men.
All right.
I understand why the Lord hates pride, man.
Yeah, because that's a person they know everything. They're a know-it-all. You can't tell them anything. All right. And they dismiss all counsels.
Right.
They got it.
Right. Exactly. I was gonna say, like, even people in the world that is a master at something, you know what I'm saying, and a professional at something, and then here it is, you get the little pipsqueak that want to come and do the same thing that you're already a master of, and acting like they know or they can do it better, when here it is, you already at this particular level because of your experience, because all the things that you done been through, and now you're on this particular level, but then you get somebody who ain't on not near the level that you on, acting like they know how to do something, that you already done been through. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, even that's what I said, it's hateful between
God and man.
Exactly.
That's right. Even it's just like Donald Trump. He comes off very prideful. Remember when he did that? He went to that G8 summit, and he did he moved down and he moved everybody out the way and popped his little collar, whatever. And people was like responding like, "Who the fuck are you, nigga?" And then even in the news here, there was like people were sitting there. He got scoffed at that. Why? Because that was very prideful. Right. Moving forward, this is verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Yeah, so why are earth and ashes proud? Why are you, a mortal man proud? You have nothing to be proud about, okay? Hey, you sin every day, okay? Yeah, this flesh literally dies every day, gets weaker by the moment. What the hell are you prideful about?
Right, especially to boast, or exalt your ideas or any mere mortal man's ideas above the ideas of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You see, that's prideful. That you have a better way, a healthier way, a wiser way, a stronger way than the Most High God. You see, because that's why it says the meek shall inherit the earth.
Sir.
All right, those that humble themselves to the righteousness of the Most High God, to the will of the Most High God, as opposed to establishing your own righteousness and establishing your own will.
And then too, the brothers who might know some scriptures, you wouldn't know them to begin with. The Lord didn't give them to you.
That's
Right.
it.
And then the teachers who have laid in the scriptures say built on another man's foundation.
That's it.
So then you really can't say shit.
Yeah. And even in knowing scriptures, the scriptures say what? The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So you always gotta take that humble road, man.
Yes, sir.
Even because the more knowledge that you accrue in this faith, the more knowledge that you understand in this faith, the more it should put you in a lowly state. Like damn, like it's gonna remind you of you when you was going off, or even if you recently went off. Some scriptures will hit you like damn, I did that while I was in the truth, and it stings, man.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels.
But Sarah, can you read that part about being covetous?
Yes, sir. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Yeah, and then there's guys out there that want that top seat, man. They want to be the top dog. All right. Instead of being happy with the Lord gave them, the position that they're in, they get jealous of Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, so on and so forth, the heads of the camps, and they become obsessed. Okay.
And I'm an elder too. And I'm one. What the fuck does that mean?
It's funny because you hear them saying these small things like, brothers giving away their daughters. You ready to give me like little weird shit like that? Like, don't nobody want to give this to me, or you're not. Our brothers ain't paying me that same homage, and they're really just saying that. Well, I'm not equal to this man that has grown up in these stalls or has been around for a while. Y'all don't look at me like how you look at him. I feel like this is a respect of person, and they don't understand what respect of persons is, man.
The scripture says, "Make not thyself."
Oh man, I was just
great,
Man, that's the spirit. You can get it. I'll jump down to verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it.
Wait, it says departed from his Maker,
Yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
So you basically saying that, me, the creature, my ideas and my wills is better than the one who created me. You see, that's your heart, your mind departing from your Maker, and thinking that you have a better way.
Yeah, the spirit of Esau, because Esau was like that.
See, because also according to the Most High, he has a structure, all right? And if you don't want to roll under that structure, then you prideful.
That's right. So the beginning of pride is
Spiritual Edomites.
That's right.
Because that's the mindset of Esau, man.
That's right.
Your father's up, right?
Yeah.
That's right. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
Yeah,
Which is what that pride leads to destruction. Wait a minute.
I was gonna say, those abominations that they pour out is when they start changing the doctrine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All of a sudden, America's not Babylon; it's the Vatican. Or you don't have to follow the elders.
We are in the second covenant.
Oh yeah, we're in the new covenant now.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out. You don't have to be in a camp.
Oh yeah, exactly.
All that
You
shit.
can do it by yourself.
They basically start scoffing everything that they once said they believed in, and it's like, well, were you once a dummy? All right. So you were a dummy when you believed that you were Israelite. When the same thing you still try to proclaim and hold on to the end of the day. No, you're just descending away to the. Eventually, you're gonna say, "I'm a Christian," or none of this matters.
I love everybody.
Yeah, like nigga Ryder said. Nazariah.
No, you're right. Nigga, right.
Well, yo,
He ain't teaching. He don't deserve a Hebrew name.
yeah, cause Nick, he
He
wanted, he wanted to be the head. So guess what the Lord would do? All right, he'll give you that position. You won't be the head. All right, you're gonna be the head of camp, just to show the world why you not the head to begin with, cause you failed miserably.
Now it's funny you say that, Elder, because when just put it to the side. You want that? Yeah, partnership. Funny you say that, because when he was here in camp, when Micah Allah was the head, he told me once, he was like, you know, because Micah Allah had gotten Micah Allah's ear, and Micah Allah gave him a lot of, he didn't even give him like he didn't even have no rank. We weren't even really going by rank at that time. We were still kind of young as a camp. But he was like, he told me out of his own mouth, shit, damn near, I'm right next to Micah Allah, even though I was second in command at the time. The water brother. And he was like, shit, Micah Allah listen to everything I say. Micah, it basically, whatever he want, Micah Allah listen, he got the ear of Micah Allah, and he would brag on that shit. So over time, when he get exposed and all the shit that went down to where he got out, the spirit had to put out, he had his own camp. So he wanted to be a head.
Right.
The Lord made him a head.
Right.
And what did he do when he was a head? Lining up. Barbara holds the clipper in such a way. He started pouring out a Bible. Just like you said, my barber holds the line, his clippers in such a way that we're not really aligned. You know what I'm saying? Right. The most skillful lining up barber who don't lie. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
But he started making excuses. He stopped calling saying double lines to elders. Then introduced the what's the flat earth diet? He did a whole bunch of different doctrines.
Yeah. Wayne King
Vatican shit.
You had Wayne King on the team. Never corrected him. This dude was just way off on script, on breakdown.
That's why I forgot what you said. I think it was Shapaya, if I'm not mistaken, or if it was Mataki, said ITR stands for Israelites Teaching Rebellion. You know, that's what they were doing, man. Because that's what happens with all these guys. They just start teaching rebellion, all right, and stubbornnness. Instead of being in order, being meek. That's what happens, man. And then look what the scripture said, that they'll be destroyed utterly, right? First and foremost, the Lord will start spiritually destroying them. All right. Next thing you know, there's less videos made by them. They don't go out to the highways and byways. Next thing you know, they're just gone. They went back into the abyss. All right.
It always happened, bro.
Yeah.
I asked a particular brother, no name mentioned, at one point, I said, hey bro, you a bishop? When have you ever heard somebody, basically give their walking papers and stay in the truth over time? You know what I'm saying? And he looked up and was like, nobody. But then shortly after that, he gave his walking papers. It's like, have you yet not learned?
One that come before destruction, man.
Yeah, pride.
I got that scripture.
That pride.
I meant to say pride, so I did. Go ahead. This is pride.
You got hype.
Proverbs.
Pride and emotions take over.
Proverbs 16 and verse 18. It said, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Right.
So amen. You better. It's better for you to be in a lower state, man.
Because the Most High deal with you then. He said, a humble and contrite spirit is his delight. I promise you, ever since my demon left and I don't have my daughter, I've been so hurt and so offended in my spirit. But on the other hand of that, guess what that's made me do? I have been in front of the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahushai 10 times more, praying 10 times more. I'm dealing with the lessons, dealing with the classes, dealing with the body more. It's like the Lord will put you through certain things to get you closer to Him.
Yeah, cry out to Him more.
Yes.
That's the whole
And
point.
that precept too. You said you
And
said
bird.
the Lord is honored.
And
Bird.
I see you on all
Tazwan.
kind of people's live streams. I just saw you on
Tazwan.
somebody else. In the news.
That's all that brother do, man. Bird.
But he ain't on my channel.
Can I, you mind if I finish?
No, no,
Because
yeah,
you just
please.
made this point.
Dude, that's
This,
cool.
this is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 20. It says, "For the power of the Lord is great, and He is honored of the lowly." You know, so hey, when you look up into the word humility, it means not fault, it means not far from the ground or something like that.
Yeah, dirt.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, it means not far from the ground, man. So this is a walk of humility.
Right.
You know, we don't want to get too puffed up.
Right.
You know, we don't want to get too high.
That's it.
Because we still in this flesh, we still in this punishment.
Right. Well, when the Lord comes, He's coming to exalt those that are abased, and He's coming to abase those that are exalted.
That's right.
So in this walk of being abased, in this walk of being humble and humiliated, all right, that's an endurance thing. You have to endure. All right. See, but according to the scriptures, it's going to be some that don't endure because they're not part of that meek. They're not part of that humble. They're prideful. Right. So real quick, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 18. It says, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When any man heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. You see? So he don't endure, because you get offended at you having to make your body a living sacrifice. You having to, go through the trials, the tribulations, and persecutions, even suffering wrongfully. You have to humble yourself to the structure of the Most High God, and knowing that there's an order, and you have to humble yourself to that order. All right, you have to humble yourself to that order. See, but people don't want to be corrected. All right, people don't want to be rebuked and chastened. All right, see, but it says that a wise man, you rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Yep.
You rebuke an unwise man, then he will hate thee, obviously.
Perfect.
You see? And then you're going to fall off. You're going to say, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing. All right? Because you are prideful.
That's it.
Go ahead.
I got a quick one for you. This is Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. And that's what comes right after your pride, man. That shame.
Yep.
All right. And the Lord's gonna bring you down. Okay. He's gonna start bugging you out. You start getting those lying spirits in you.
Yep.
All right. You just start believing in your own counsel.
Yep.
You start thinking that, you know what, I can do this by myself. I don't need men above me. All right. You know what? We're in the new covenant. Hey, America's not gonna be destroyed. You know, God actually loves everybody now.
Because
That's what starts happening.
Because the doctor, you start spraying the leaf, right? And that oil starts to go. And almost every single one, matter of fact, it made me think of a Warren and from Mississippi. On such a high level, rated down to earth laws on one time, but then so prideful to say anybody who's sick, anybody who family sick and need prayer and need healing, I'll be so bold, you come up here and we'll heal you right now. We'll lay hands here on camera. First of all, Yahweh says some sicknesses don't come through but prayer and fasting.
Right.
All right, so every sickness don't get healed like that. Two, how can you make that assertion we have faith that the Lord will heal us.
That's right.
All right, because He said if you come to Him in prayer and is wavering, he's not going. The Lord's usually not going to come through for it.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to come proudly, the Lord still ain't going to come through for it.
Right.
He's not going to war. Well, yeah, but since He said it, yeah, go. Oh, I'm well now.
Right.
I can't walk now. I can walk
Right.
again.
Right. Even that. Like,
They said shit.
yes.
like that,
Yes. Even like what is it
That was
called
like-
when you can't walk?
Paraplegic.
Paraplegic.
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Right. Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Even paralyzed. he said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Well, go ahead.
Can I read
Oh,
one last
somebody
verse?
moved.
You got it. It says here, but with the lowly is wisdom. See, those lowly men, the meek men, they're gonna have wisdom. Not somebody that's high-minded. That's one of the top things the Lord hates is pride.
Yep.
That's in Proverbs, I think 6.
I got it.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. 62.
You know,
I got it.
Go ahead.
Starting all this stuff.
I got Proverbs 6 and 16. It says, "These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look."
And that's number 1 on the list. Top.
How was it the number 1?
A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Point being, a proud look, and then the brother was talking about how they're going to pour out that abomination. Then they get to talk about this, talk about that, ultimately withering away.
Yeah, I got some. This Isaiah 2:12. It says, "The lofty, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." That's what is gonna happen to all you people that's full of pride, man, and not humble. That's what's gonna happen to you.
I got a precept. This is Sirach 6:2. It says, "Install not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart." You know, and which it does say that your mind wants to tell you more than 1,000 counseling when you're fucking going off. And then you have other brothers that'll tell you. You know, but that's how you know in these spirits that people are seduced by, that they want to believe that they end up going the other route. And it says that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull string alone. Alone. So you shouldn't be alone in this truth.
Mm-hmm.
it says in Sirach 37, it says that continue with the godly men.
Mm-hmm. And Proverbs says a 3/4 chord is hardly broken, right? You know what I'm saying? He said how can you have heat alone? You can get the whole section. It's about 3 or 4 verses to go into how this is not a solo dolo thing. John the Baptist started alone, right? But guess what he ended up having? A bunch of disciples. You cannot be alone in this truth because the whole point of this truth is to be in this truth is to produce what?
Fruit.
So then how can you, if you produce some fruit, like the brother said, I think Benji in his lesson he had Monday, how you going to, well, you know, you now you know you're Israel, you know, okay, now you believe, cool. Now you're on a level, okay, cool. Well, now you're going to have to do your own thing, just can't camp with us. That would be madness. The Lord says, Acts 20:27, take heed therefore unto the flock. And take heed to yourself, to yourself, and to the flock of which the Holy Ghost have made you overseers to feed the church of God, which He has purchased with His own blood. How you gonna feed somebody and you're alone?
Right. Well, check this one out real quick.
I'm laughing because that don't make sense.
Yeah, right. 2 Timothy 2:6. It says
How can you take heed to the flock
Yeah.
That's it.
by yourself?
Right.
Yep.
To take heed means to protect, to guard, to build
Mm-hmm.
from a distance.
Right. but then check this one out. 2 Timothy 2:6. It says the husbandman that laboreth must first the husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits.
Yep.
So if you are fruit first, well then somebody labored over you. And then they're to instruct you and to teach you. And you're to follow their lead all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Because that's the whole thing. We're all becoming leaders. We're all becoming husbandmen. But before we become leaders, we must be followers of leaders. All right? We must be fruit of those husbandmen that the Most High God is working through and giving the ability to instruct in the ways of righteousness, man. Who's going to correct you? Who's going to rebuke you? Who's gonna reprove you and comfort you and pull you back up? Who's gonna strengthen you?
See, that's that Proverbs.
Can I
That's
get
that
that?
Proverbs. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4,
Oh, it's Ecclesiastes.
starting at 9. 2 are better than 1. 2 are better than 1.
Nah, bro, there ain't no scripture that say you can't be by yourself. You gotta be part of Great Millstone you gotta be part of Great Millstone to be in accept the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
It says here 2 are better than 1. Because they have.
It's lucky for the record, you don't have to be part of Great Millstone. You need to be in the truth. But the scriptures say you no doubt would have continued with it. Somebody get that on deck. Somebody
Yeah.
get it right.
Says because
Hey,
they
bro,
have.
I'm about to say, when I first woke up to the truth, you know, I thought I was alone. I was praying to the Lord to bring me somebody that's like-minded like me,
Yeah.
man.
I did too, brother.
Because I kept going from suburb to suburb, then we came to the city, man.
Well, see, and those particular brothers that's by themselves, you know, in their cities teaching, that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And here it is, that's where Yahweh Shem Yahushai has them.
Yeah.
See, here it is, you got certain cats that's leaving the body. You know, not that the Lord just set them up like that. You know what I'm saying? No, they're actually leaving.
Yeah, can I make a point?
Yeah.
Those men, because I always, when we talk about, brothers, remember the brother from Alaska.
Mhm.
Yes.
When he came out here, he was so like happy. He was so wooed off the brotherhood, and you could tell he wanted that that companionship, that brotherhood. But then you got guys out there that have all this, and say, you know what?
Yep.
Walk
Later.
Yep.
Walk off to the sunset.
Yep. And
It's
all
crazy.
all because they don't like correction, rebuke. All right.
Yeah.
Even if the one time or two, if that was the case, because it's not the case with every person, but sometimes you may get rebuked and yelled at or chided or whatever, and you didn't do that particular thing that time. You didn't even do it, but you suffer wrongfully and trust that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna vindicate you. You know what I'm saying? But you stay with the body who you assured of to be men of the Lord. Why would I want to leave the men of the Lord? Now, if I say, well, you know what, I don't believe they men of the Lord no more, and you leave, all right, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying, hey, y'all are the men of the Lord, but you know what, I just want to separate myself, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Then that's prideful. You don't like correction. You don't like rebuke. And guess what? Since words can't teach, adversity will.
Yeah, and it's selfish too. Because what about the brothers that
Love
you
you.
and want you
Yes,
around?
yes.
What about the brothers that feed on
Yeah.
your spirit?
Yep.
That say, man, I love this brother, man. The brothers that. What about the brothers that take to your spirit?
That's it.
That say, oh damn, I thought I was the only brother like this in the world, but this brother is like me.
Yep.
This brother, then you go and abandon that brother.
Yep.
And he's hurt.
This is a symbiotic relationship. This is a synergy.
Mhm.
All right. I draw off every single one of these brothers. I learn from every single one of these brothers, man. I'm not only on the spiritual side, on the carnal side, on both sides. All right. And then brothers help one another out.
Yeah.
In many different ways, and then you learn. I pick things from brothers, and I put them into my spirit, and I add things from the good things that I see from brothers.
That's
It's
it.
certain spirits, like Malcolm. We train in jiu-jitsu. Do you know how much that's done for me? I lost about 30, 40 pounds for one. Okay, it's taught me how to defend myself. I'm telling you right now, if a motherfucker came up there, I'm going to fuck him up. All
Through the
right,
spirit and power.
through the spirit and probably how about because he gave me the tools to do so. If I need to, so first rule of jiu-jitsu is we try not to fight. But the whole point of mentioning it, you learn from each other. That's why iron sharpeneth iron.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a piece. Matter of fact, leave some iron outside. It does not get sharpened. Does not get used because it's all by itself. All by myself.
Right.
You know what's going to end up being? Rusted, dusted, and it's going to rot away.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it says in that St. John 15 how that without me you can do nothing. And it's like a branch that's cut off, you wind up just withering away.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're not connected. You can't be corrected no more. You're not subject to anyone. You know what I'm saying? You just doing your own thing. Nobody gonna cuss you out. Nobody gonna rebuke you. Nobody gonna correct you. Nobody gonna do none of that. So at the end of the day, you just out there.
You're gonna be willful.
That's it. You're gonna be willful.
And that's the scripture there.
Oh,
A child left to himself will become willful.
Yeah,
that's it.
You know, can I finish this off back in Ecclesiastes 4 and 10 now? I'm gonna read 9 one more time. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe, which means destruction, to him that is alone when he falleth. For he hath not another to help him up.
It made me think of, remember that video of the dude who said he know how to not sink in quicksand?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So the nigga went out to the quicksand. He went to the quicksand, set up a camera,
Wow.
and then said, "Look, I know how not to die, or I know how to get out of quicksand. I know how not to fuck up in quicksand." And so he didn't go out there with anybody, and he was so proud that not to go out with somebody just in case. He was so proud he didn't even put a rope just in case. So he went, set the camera up, and filmed himself go jump into the motherfucking quicksand. And little by little, he started going down very slowly because quicksand, you will go slow. All right? And little by little, he did like, he said, "See, so this is what you do. You do like this, and you do like this, and then what you do is like, oh shit,
Oh,
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit," and man, and the motherfucker died, bro. All right, he got bloop, 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 bloop.
Yup.
I got it.
Right? Couldn't get back right.
Proverbs 29 and 23, a man's pride shall bring him low.
But he big.
I'm here all week. Right, so low you under the sand, boy. Goddamn, boy.
But I wanted to say it's like they even have it in movies like them Eastern type martial art movies where it's like it's that one student that came up so fast and stuff like that, and then he just think he's the shit and on a certain level, and he was like, "Fine, I just do it by myself then," and nothing ever happens good with that person that left. You know what I'm saying? They wind up getting smoked. Oh, go on.
No, you was.
Oh no, I had to speak, but
Yeah,
you got it.
master.
You sure?
Well, this is a precept to what you was reading.
Oh.
Did you finish it?
No, I didn't get a chance to read yet.
No.
It's all good.
Oh, well,
You got it.
Sirach 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. So if you want to go off and be alone, you're not being continually with the godly man. You know? You know, so and this truth is about brotherhood. This truth is about togetherness.
Exactly. Unity.
Unity, man. This is a body. We all have working parts. The body has working parts.
That's it.
You know, how would you feel if your rod just said, I don't want to. I'm leaving.
Wow, that
You know, like,
Hell no.
Yeah, go ahead, make it
you
show,
know,
brother.
if your rod don't work, man, you can't be a man anymore.
That's it.
You know, it takes away from it takes away, man.
Yep.
You know, but that's one. Even though that's one member of the body, you can still go out and get a job and function in society.
But you're not whole.
But damn,
But you're not whole.
you know.
You need your appendix. Like it may be so small, but you definitely need your appendix.
Yeah.
You need every part of your body.
It's there for a
Your
reason.
fucking wisdom teeth. That's even the shun. You need your teeth. Because once your eyesight and your mouth starts to decay, those are signs that you're gonna start dying off.
I was gonna say the scriptures talk about that we're a body, man. Okay? What's it? If one member is hurting, we all hurt.
That's it.
You know, we need the body. We need each other. Even if it's the smallest, member, so to speak. You know, that person is important.
That's
the reason why is because they're a part of the body of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
As the scriptures talk about.
That's
Well,
it.
look, man, I'll say this because the scriptures say what that we're the temple of the Most High, right? What if you took out that one stone? You know what I mean? That could collapse a whole building
Yeah.
Yeah.
and fuck it up.
Yep.
Right, because it's a matter of fact, I was watching the demolition of a tower, and and it was by one of the wrecking ball things, whatever. They went toward the base of the tower, just kept hitting one spot because they knew from the construction if they hit this is the weak spot of the tower. They hit if this right here cracks, the whole tower will fall. And they did that, boom, boom, the whole fucking tower fell. You know what I'm saying? So it's one stone. That's what they call the chief cornerstone. You take that cornerstone, it can cause the whole building to fall.
Well, like
Right?
the head, yeah.
That's why Esau thinks smite the shepherd, scatter the flock, so forth. They think that because they can keep us not getting back to the Most High. That's not gonna happen. But I do got that video.
Bro, I got a preset.
Yeah, right here. I'll send it to you. When you hold it up in front of the.
we about to watch?
You
should pull up on there.
I could.
On another
But
one.
this guy all by himself. That guy all by himself.
I guess he's in the sucking place.
You know.
Oh, so like you.
It's funny, man.
This motherfucker, and if you play it, this nigga he didn't walk into the quicksand. He went and jumped into the quicksand.
Yeah.
And then sat
So
there.
he had less time.
Yep. So pride. Hey, this is an example. Pride led him to destruction.
I mean, if you want to, you can play it too. It's up to you. I
Say I got.
That's all good.
Yeah, we know how it is.
Hey, I'm gonna put an info on you. You can watch it. Your
Oh,
own
I'll watch
time. Anybody who's listening in and you really want to see the video, just Google "man films himself" and quicksand dies or something like that. Any kind of vibration like that.
definitely click on videos.
I got a precept real quick. It's 1 Corinthians 8:1. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. Yeah, man. You got to stay humble in this truth, and that's one thing that I know for a fact. Since the beginning of me coming into this truth, Elder Uriah has preached that all the freaking time, man. He was really, what's the word, adamant about it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you gotta fight to stay humble. You gotta fight to stay humble. You gotta fight to stay humble. And the more I was in this truth, it's like, shit, this is a battle for real. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest enemy is yourself, man. This flesh. You gotta battle yourself every fucking day, man.
Can I say this too, man? You got to do certain things, all right, to fight that pride, man. Pride. One, of course, pray to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Second, take heed to the counsel. Take heed. Hold on, I've been saying this for a while. Brothers, I'll post in the group me. Listen, take heed to the Spirit. Listen to what the Spirit's saying, man. I've been saying that for some time, man. All right, you could have a counsel. Take heed to what's being said there, or whatever's being said. Maybe the apostles will make a video. Maybe a brother may say something. Take heed to what the Spirit is saying, okay? Thirdly, man, fast, man. A lot of people don't fast. And this is why they get in fucked up situations, man. Because they're not fasting, okay? They think they can just do it for the Day of Atonement and they're good. No, you got to do it more. And that's a cut to myself, man. I need to fast more, All right? But a lot of people, man, they don't fast. And they think they're good, man. That's how you fight the demons. The Elder Uriah was talking about it in class, man. The scriptures say, what in the book of Matthew that.
Oh, Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Yeah, he fasted for 40 days, 40 nights, and he was able to fight off them demons.
Yeah. It was basically the apostles asked, why can't we basically rebuke these demons? Yahweh Shai said, you got to pray and fast.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things Apostle Rakal always preaches about is what? Praying. A lot of guys don't pray.
Yep, and he lives by that. He lives by praying, man.
That's why he was when he came out here to Chicago, he was rebuking brothers for not knowing the Hebrew because look, I'll say this, man. It's best to pray in the Hebrew, man.
Yeah, more power.
There's more power to it.
Yeah.
So it's very spiritual, man. Very, very spiritual. That was just some quick thing I wanted to say. I don't know, brothers.
Anybody in scripture?
I got a scripture.
Oh, I had it done, but you got it.
This Sirach 15 and 7. It says, "But foolish men shall not attain unto her, which to her is wisdom, and sinners shall not see her, for she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her."
Damn.
Hey, that wisdom is far from pride. The scripture saying, wisdom of Solomon, that wisdom will not enter into malicious soul. So hey, if you have that pride, as we read in Sirach the 10th chapter, that's the beginning when you depart from the Most High, when you depart from your Maker.
That's it, man. Like brothers mentioned, the spring leak of oil is gonna just leak out to no more in there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen, brother. You have, man, this truth has been designed by Yahweh Shai to be, first and foremost, humility. Psalms 51, a humble and contrite heart is his delight.
Yep.
Okay? One of the scriptures that pops in my mind, I don't want to butcher it, but I'm paraphrasing it loosely. One of the things the Lord said, why he put us through the things that we put us through, so that we can, that no man can raise his head up against Yahweh Shai. No one can say nothing. We done fucked, bro. No one can say nothing to the Heavenly Father, man. We all done fucked up. So now if you realize that and know that our only way to get into Yahweh Shai is repentance. First of all, to repent, you have to do what? Humble yourself. All right, which is the opposite of what? Pride. That's why the Lord says, preach repentance, and the kingdom is at hand. He said, the kingdom is at hand, repent. As long all you got to do is repent, sincerely, godly, which is humbly, and then you can start getting built back up. The Lord said He will exalt you in due time. All right, but back to the scriptures. Why is earth and ashes proud? Why? Because you're all about you. You're all about you and your belly. The same thing that the serpent was all about in Genesis. You go after your own belly, which is your own seat of passion, your own desires. And most I don't give a fuck about somebody about their own desires. All right, you got it.
I got a word, selfless in etymology, online dictionary, having no regard to self, devoted to others' welfare or interest, and not one's own.
Perfect, and that makes it. He said, when did you give me that cup of cold water? When did you feed me?
Yeah.
When did you visit me? He said, when you did it to one of these little ones.
Yeah.
All right. So this truth, this is the most humbling thing and the most righteous thing you can do is teach this truth. All right. One of the most, matter of fact, I think I was going to do a lesson in that regard. If I didn't see, did I say yes. I put in this is early this morning. I was thinking I put a title to a lesson I want to do. Teaching this truth is ultimate love. Teaching this truth is ultimate love.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta humble yourself down. How cold is it here in Chicago? Remember a couple of weeks ago? How cold was it outside?
Bro.
It was 10 degrees, 9 degrees, or whatever. And the elders back years ago say, hey, y'all brothers in Chicago, man, it get too cold. Y'all be in OR. Y'all don't gotta go out there if it's like, 10, 15, 20 degrees. And we told them, like, you know what, we respect that, elder, and thank you for saying that, because our flesh really like to hear that. But, brother, we play football in this shit. We go out and get bitches in this shit. We go out and do all kind of worldly shit in this shit. They don't stop us, bro. So if I can go out there and go mack with some hoes, I guess I can go ahead there and bring these scriptures out for the Lord. Right. So so these see, they'll say, yeah, just make sure you don't be OR, and if set it up to what, bam. So we don't go for hours and hours and hours like that in the cold like that. Matter of fact, when it was 10 some degrees, Malcolm was like, hey brother, don't camp for no more just for an hour, and hey, don't hit it and quit. You know what I'm saying? And so we hit it and quit. And I guarantee you, the week before, a couple of days before that, it was -10.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, that shit was brutal as fuck. I didn't go to work that day. I ain't going out there because I was working for the delivery joint. I'm about to be out there and get frost. Bro, at 20 degrees, after you outside for so long, you start getting your fingers getting dim and numb and so forth. And then when you talk about 10, it's even worse. When you go about negative, oh man, you can get that frostbite. It's not wise. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're not righteous. So if and when they happen again, we'll just do inside lessons. If it's like under, 2 too, you know, full of shit. You know.
I got some quick one. This is Luke 22 and 24. There was also a strife among them, which of them should be accounted the greatest. And he said, this is Yahushua, and he said unto them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordships over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. But ye shall not be so. But he that is greatest among you, let him be as the younger, and he that is chief as he that doeth serve. For whether is greater, he that sitteth at meat or he that serveth? Is not he that sitteth at meat? But I am among you as he that serveth. Alright, so I'll say this, man, the higher you get in this thing, the brothers brought it out already, that Sirach, about how the greater thou art, the more humble thou shalt be. And with that being said, you're going to be serving more as well, man. Okay?
Well, we're ministers.
Yeah.
We're ministers, and if you go look at that minister, that means to actually serve. If I minister to you, I'm actually your servant. I'm helping you out. Right? When they minister to Yahushua, they see people think the word minister and they're like, oh, he's a pastor, he's teacher, I'm some elder. No, a minister means I'm serving you.
Yeah.
I'm feeding you. I'm building you up. All right? They built up Yahushua. So what is our job? To feed the flock.
Yep.
To build them up. To put the sinews and that flesh of that Ezekiel 37 on the body.
Well, yeah, the scriptures talk about how a king is a servant, because it said a wise king is the upholding of the people.
So if he's not a wise king, guess what's going to happen to the kingdom?
It says a unwise king destroyeth his people.
Oh, so America doesn't have a chance.
Nope, because it's an unwise king that's ruling. All right, they don't rule in the fear of the Lord.
And watch this. The mother false ass camps don't got a chance. Those brothers who are real sincere in these other alphabet camps, they're gonna come out of them camps.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when the M to the O to the T to the motherfucking B is mandatory.
Right.
Alright?
Yeah.
And then when they put the next, slack scene on your ass. You know what I'm saying? When they put that next then when they put that next, they come with another one, bro. And they're gonna come with another mandate. They're gonna come with Esau's not done. All right, and Jacob. First of all, people gotta uprise. People, shit gotta fall. The CBDC is already law now.
Yep.
Okay, and it's only an eventual. It's only an event. Matter of fact, brother just sent me something about the Slaxes. Just now, that's the spirit. It's going to the prophecies has to come to pass, and this is the year of the hopeful fulfillment of all prophecies, man. Of the prophecies of Yahushua, which means hopefully we get to the kingdom, man. And I'm praying that it escalates more and more, brother. And Baba Kashah, when you're in your personal prayers before the Heavenly Father, ask Him to speed up the time. Cry out to the Father. He said, King David said he watered his couch with his tears. Water your couches if you're part of the house of David, man. All right? And beg the Most High to get the fuck up out of here, man. Because this shit sucks, man. And that's how and that's being meek. To tell the Most High that I'm weak. But then what do he say when you're weak, what? Because that's going to lead to what? Salvation.
Yep.
All right? So you want to be strong, be meek. Be humble. All right? Make nigga Kendrick Lamar, be humble. Bitch, be humble. You know?
Well, again, that's a part of the will of the Father is to perfect us. All right?
That's right.
And to be perfected, we got to know the good and the bad. To know the good and the bad, we have to experience the good and the bad, and we can't put it off of us. You know what I'm saying?
So so when righteous find do come, you will appreciate it.
That's it. Yep. And again, we know both. And we've been through both.
Experience the best teacher.
And we almost out of this bitch, bro. And y'all don't even understand that right now, if you aren't eating humble pie right now in some shape, fashion, or form, you will. You know what I'm saying? And those who even hold off on that, they still will. Because when that I know one thing that can really humble you. Fire.
Oh, shit.
I mean, just look anybody burning. Trust me, I ain't never seen somebody this calm burning.
Hey, Apostle brought it out the time when Richard. Hey, Apostle brought out the time when Richard Pryor got set on fire. He said fire is a motivator.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Guess what's gonna do? It's gonna make you. You know how in the old cartoon Yosemite Sam will be taking the gun and shooting at the feet of the people and they be making them dance, whatever. They be like trying to avoid getting shot and shit. Well, when that fire get on your ass, it'll motivate your ass to jump out of a goddamn 34-foot story building, hoping that you can survive the fall versus get burnt the fuck up. All right, but that destruction of the pride is going to be ICBM nuclear missile fire. ICBM missile fire, missile fire, missile fire. That's an old flashback. All right, that's going to lead you to that destruction. All right. So if the Lord says this in the scriptures, where should we be then? Humble, humble. The most humble. That's right.
I got a precept. This 1 Peter 5:5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourself.
He started one.
Oh, yep.
This meat off that bone.
This 1 Peter 5:1. The elders which are among you, I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach.
Now watch this. Who's that speaking?
Oh, Paul.
What book is it?
Oh, Peter. You like it. I don't know why I said Paul. So like Peter.
Because a lot of you do read by Paul. It's a common mistake, but that's fine. Now, but since you mentioned Paul, because that was the answer to my next question, wasn't he the head? Well, he was the head apostle at the time, right? Didn't he humble himself to Paul?
Yeah.
When Paul, checked him.
Yeah.
All right, on the dissimulation. Okay. See that the Lord. Now, what if Peter was like, I'm the head. You ain't can't come and tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Then Peter would have been fell out the truth, or you had to go ahead and get chastised by the Lord and had to rectify that. But what did he do? He repented and humbled down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai humbled down. He humbled down to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. You know, the Holy Spirit, man. All right? You cannot walk this walk in pride.
No, it's impossible.
You have to obey Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the men of the Lord, continuing the things. Somebody give me that, holding on that continuing things that you've taught, and then no top, but they would condemn what's up. Give me that one too.
Yeah, that's why a majority of people are gonna be destroyed. You only have a few that the Lord's gonna save. That's hard for people to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I got something real quick. This is Sirach chapter 7, verse 29. It says, fear the Lord with all thy soul, and reverence his priests.
Who?
And reverence his priests.
So that means you got to put yourself in to reverence someone. You have to honor them. You know.
Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers.
Ooh.
Forsake not his ministers.
So you better listen. You better honor. And you better reverence them.
And forsake not his ministers. Man. You see?
Can I add a point? Whether they be forward or gentle too.
That's right.
Because you can't just be a respecter of person. Oh, I'm gonna listen to this brother because
he's nice.
Yeah, he's nice. He talks to me. Kindly.
But as soon as that one brother comes and say, brother, what the fuck is going on, bro? What you doing?
Hey.
Why are you doing this, bro? That's wicked, bro. The scripture say this, scripture say that, and you should not be acting. Well, see, why you talking? Why you raising your voice? Why calm down? Why he talk to me, bro? I'm offended now.
It said, forsake not his ministers, right? Those who are serving the Lord, teaching, the prophets. The ministers are the prophets, right? It said, forsake not his prophets. Forsake means to quit or leave entirely, abandon, desert, to give up or renounce. You see? So abandon. So you have examples of men that abandon the prophets, that leave the prophets. You see? That's what forsake means. And once again, Sirach chapter 7, verse 30. Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers.
So now, since you mentioned that, I want to land back what you said. I had to go get it. So like, I'll give it right to you. This is 1 Peter 2:18. Servants, be subject to your masters with fear. What's the word subject mean?
Under the rule.
To be under the rule. That means you have to humble yourself under the masters.
That's it.
So if a brother tell you, hey bro, I really think you're being prideful, and I don't think it's wise for you to go out there and do this on your own. I think you need to humble down and just fall in line, fall back, and the Lord will exalt you in due time. If you don't humble yourself out because you think you're great, that's pride, you're going to get destroyed.
Exactly.
It says be subject
Yep.
to your masters with all fear.
Yeah.
That means, shit, if I don't listen to him, I'm fucked. And I might be that guy in the quicksand when he's like, yeah, so what you do is you jump in,
Right.
okay? You hold your arms out like this and you start breathing like this. Okay? And then you slowly do this backwards and then work yourself to the, you slowly do this backwards and you, oh shit. And it's gonna get you, nigga.
Yes.
I wish I could find the original video because he talked. Because the one I show you right now, he just jumped in and he just got fucked. There's another one where the dude really tried to like break it down to you, like, look, this is what I'm gonna do.
Right.
This is how you do it. And it was an Edomite, and his ass was a dead Edomite. Right? He said, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward. Meaning some of your masters are going to be rough.
Murphy.
Absolutely. All right. Some contrary. Some, crooked, but not in a wicked way. All right. It's to some brothers just rough spirits, man. And guess what?
You need that. It's
What-
balance. That fun.
Yeah, but hey, brother, but it's not only balance. It's Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
He's what did Yahweh Shai claim himself to be?
Austere.
Yeah.
So he said he austere. He didn't even lie. He didn't play no games. He said endure what?
Hardness.
That's what?
A good soldier.
So he didn't lie. Now how you gonna get endure hardness and get tickled with feathers?
He just laughed to death.
You know what I'm saying? Got a down pillow looking ass. You know? When you do hardness, you sleep on that brick cold hard floor. Proverbially. He had something then.
No, did you mentioned
I
something
got
about
you. Okay, so right after that.
one of the definitions?
Yeah. Forsake. It said to quit or leave entirely, abandon, desert.
Did you get that? Was it the Hebrews 10:25?
No. I had read that. That was in Sirach chapter 7, verse 30. I started at verse 29, where it says, "Fear the Lord with all thy soul, and reverence his priests. Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers."
God, and it says here in Hebrews 10:25, the definition for the word forsake here, it goes into abandonment and desertion.
Yep.
This is Hebrews 10:25. It says here, not forsaking the assemblings of ourselves together.
That's it.
All right, you just can't leave posts, man. All right, look, even in Esau's, army,
Right.
military,
Court
Right.
martial.
AWOL.
yeah, you get court-martialed for this
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
You leave posts, hey man, you're gonna serve some jail time. And look, in the ancient world, if they found you, all right, you went, AWOL, they'll kill you, man.
Oh yeah.
Because why'd you leave? Well, the drill sergeant yelled at me.
It was rough.
He was rough
He
with
made me
me.
clean the latrine. Was it your job to clean the latrine? Yes. I didn't want to do it with the toothbrush. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. I was actually thinking that like we're at war right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave your brother out there. You know what I'm saying? You just like, all right, I'm good. All right, y'all got it. All right, I want to do my own thing over here. Like, nigga, what
Yeah.
the fuck we in battle?
That's
Yeah.
a part of the yoke being light. Because comparing it to an actual military, the yoke is light. Comparing it to the hazing that people go through in fraternities and certain channels of life, this is really light. It's just, it's still a responsibility.
Yeah.
So it says here, Hebrews 10:25, to finish it off, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. So you're supposed to be, amongst the body more and more as we get closer to the end.
Right.
All right. You're not supposed to separate yourself more and more.
Exactly.
And then just say, fuck, I'm gonna cut myself out. All right, I'm gonna do my own thing, but still be safe.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
I'm good, but you wasn't good when you was amongst the brothers because you needed help all the damn time and shit.
Yep.
How could you love the Most High and you can't love the brothers that you see, man?
That's it.
I mean, who?
Fuck.
I mean, that Ecclesiastes is no joke, bro. And I think it was still a little more because I don't even know if we got to the 3, 4 quarter, all that. Because I promise you, man, I don't care what task you're doing. All right, I don't care what it is, what job or task. It's always better when you have help.
Yes, sir.
It's always better. You know what I'm saying? The only task you don't need help in doing is fucking your woman, man. Okay? But you still need her to fuck. So you still need two. You ain't gonna need nobody else to help you fucking, that's all.
That's good. That's good.
Reflex.
That's that Yaki hand. That's that first base. First wave.
Judah.
That's first base. Right there. All right. Did you get your scripture? Wait, brother. I had called for 2, right?
I called for 2 to start up a little bit.
So where we gonna bring them out?
This 2 Timothy chapter 3.
And then if you don't know, we'll wrap it up.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12, it says, and all that will live godly in the Mashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
See, they wax what?
Worse and worse.
See, you prideful, you're gonna get worse, and worse. And we've seen it so many times in men who fell out. When Nas a nigga fell out, Nicaraya, all right, he was given double honors and everything for the first couple of weeks, shit, maybe a month or so. Yeah. But then that fell away.
Yep.
All right, and then but he still was teaching the doctrine. But then next thing you know, he started adding like we said, the flat earth. Started adding the Vatican is Babylon or something. What the fuck that was?
Yeah. The Holy Spirit teaches you, not man.
Right.
You know what
I'm saying?
That dude was bugged.
Yeah, it was just a lot just being taken away and a lot being added. Then ultimately, we don't even have to go out,
Yeah, because then at one time, the Apostle Todd said he wouldn't last long. He's gonna be prideful. We still here. Well,
right.
That's what, you ain't there no more.
Exactly. See, but here it is. There's examples. I mean, countless of examples. Once you remove yourself from the body, you just wither away, man. With so many examples, and I don't remember one example of somebody, just leaving the body because they didn't, like the rebuke, or they didn't want to be subject to men above them to, chastise them, to correct them, or whatever it might be. I ain't never seen somebody leave and then still teach the 100% truth.
Hey, you need them examples so others can fear, man.
That's it.
Even Apostle Gabar, he was talking about how Apostle Tahar was, doing after camp and asking questions or whatever. He said, man, shit. He asked him one question. I said, I have to go back to my notes. We are not perfect in memory. We're not perfect in deeds or anything. We need help from the body. All right, we need correction. Sometimes it's just that man who's a hothead, and he don't got that. Matter of fact, Dennis Rodman. Who did they hire? Even though he didn't even really care if he was on the team, but they hired him to control Dennis.
Yeah, Alex Haley.
Alex Haley. This motherfucker couldn't play with the goddamn damn there. He's a tall nigga. All right, I know that. And they said, Dennis is going to do this. He's a hothead. He's just doing too much. Okay, you gotta we need Alex. We need Alex. Get his butt buddy, and ask him to come over here and keep him in check. And so when Dennis would get too hot to where he's about to go hurt the team, Alex would be right there. Hey, come on, and he'll humble down. You know what I'm saying? So you need that back. That's what this is a balance, bro. We need each other, man, to build up. Sometimes you're just down, bro. Matter of fact, I was very low earlier this morning, pining for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm alone. Brother D-Man should knock the fuck out, sleep. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was. And I'm sitting out here in my sorrow, and next thing I know, I feel a hand on my back. It's priceless, brother. That's priceless. And you know what I'm saying? He said, but it's gonna be alright, brother. It's gonna be okay. Most High got it, brother. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. And he just said comforting words and restored my spirit. How the fuck can you get that when you're fucking alone?
You can't.
Fuck out of here, man.
It says, but evil man, back in 2 Timothy 3:13.
Hey, you know, it is what it is, you know. You have them examples for a reason. You just hope and pray that it's not us.
That's right.
I was telling the Elder Crab earlier today, you know, with this particular situation out here, it made me appreciate the brotherhood even more.
Yes, sir.
It made me appreciate that much more.
That's right. It is funny you say that because there's a brother who's on the other side who used to be in the camp, and he's teaching on his own, and he came over. He was like, brother, I didn't understand what I had, and this is lonely as fuck. I don't have access to brothers no more, and I didn't know it was, you know, I didn't know what I had, and so now he missed it, you know. I said, well, just keep doing what you're doing, keep teaching, keep coming by the camp, pay your tithes and whatever. He got fruit, you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you got to do, and the Lord will rectify it down the line. You know, it's like, and he was like, man, I've been already like 4 months. Well, I'm like, I don't know the will of the Lord. You might want to be out there a couple more months. Who knows by yourself before the Lord opened him up back to the body. I don't know. I'm first of all, I'm not on Malcolm, and then that's on top of that, I'm not Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Kakadash to know the will of the Lord of when and where and how. All I can do is monitor as I do and report as I do, and we'll see what the Spirit do.
Yeah, Lord so the Lord just wants you to learn a valuable lesson.
Yes, sir.
That's all about, man.
That's it, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you got to humble yourself and get rebuilt back up because you caused offenses. All right? And that's when you cause offenses, brother, trust me, I know you have to rectify it, brother. You have to restore it. And you have to humble yourself. You have to be meek to get saved, man. You have to be meek. All right?
Yeah, because you doing that for all the months. The Lord wants you to understand. You do come back. I mean, you bet you're not gonna do that fence again. You can bring it back to where you was at before. This is just for learning lesson, man. It's a lesson.
Is that something you like?
I don't know if anybody brought up the scripture. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, 2 are better than 1. Did y'all bring that?
The Most High want it back again?
It says 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they
Fall.
For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he have no one to help him up. You know, and then because you don't have to actually fall, but like when you're going off.
That's falling.
When you having a wicked thought, or when you're doing a deed that can be potentially harmful or wicked, then your brother gonna be like, no, brother, you shouldn't do that, man. The scriptures say this or that, or no, brother, or you about to go and get up with a chick and you forgot it's the Shabbat. Your brother gonna be like, hey, no, bro, it's the Shabbat tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like
that's happened.
Yeah.
My brother genuinely actually just forgot being in the flesh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you forget, right? Forget like you can't eat bread on Passover. Like, you need that brother to correct you.
But we did that before too.
Yeah.
Actually, and simplicity and matter of fact, one of the first times I got in trouble, you know, that was the crux of it. Was that out drinking liquor and shit, which is fine, you know, and during the Passover, wonderful. And I'm looking at my pocketbook. I'm like, God damn. I'm about shots for everybody and shit. I don't want to keep buying shots. Another round and I'm entertaining guests. I'm like, nah, ooh, beer cheaper. Let me go order beer. Forgot totally, bro. Just totally forgot. You know what I'm saying? And then felt crushed. Like, oh fuck. Here I am, sit there, drank one ball, other motherfuckers and shit, and I'm just forgot. Now if I had that brother who was mindful, do it like, hey, no, brother, it's fast, so you stay with the Henny, or we ain't gonna be drinking. You know what I'm saying? I would rather been like, well, we're not drinking anymore unless somebody else back around. And it would have been another thing. But when you out there by yourself, you know, you don't have that ear, that extra help. Next thing you know, you just fucked up.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
And speaking of correction, it wasn't Alex Haley, it was Jack Haley.
Jack Haley.
Jack Haley. That he, you know, been on a couple teams with Rodman, and
yeah,
you know, he just he would be able to calm him down and talk to him.
He was his calmer.
Right. So the Bulls just hired him just to, you know what? Come on with us.
We'll give you some PT and some garbage time.
Right.
For the most part, you know what I'm saying? Come, you got a ring, you'll get a ring. But for the most part, keep Robin in check. You don't keep him in check, we gonna boot you up.
Keep him in check.
It wasn't, they didn't care about him scoring, they didn't care about no defense, they didn't care about nothing. They had Michael for that. And all they need, keep Rodman getting him rebounds and keep him calm.
That's having them different jobs within the body, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's important.
That's right.
Many members, one body.
That's
it.
I got one too. This is I like this is Psalm. This is a cold one right here. Psalms 149:4. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. All right, so I'm going to this word meek right here. And then we're gonna any last precepts we're gonna end up wrapping up. This is come on, let's see. I've got that and clicked on the thing and wants to play games. Psalms 149. Try that again. It's like 149:4. All right. He says he's going to beautify the meek. So let's see what this word meek is. This is what it's all about. It's the Hebrew word anawa. All right, because the root of the word is anah, which is poor, humble, afflicted, meek, needy. All right, lowly. All right, depressed in mind or circumstances. And you can't tell me that the Israelites are not depressed in their circumstances. That's why the Lord says, "How is earth and ashes proud?" Nigga, if you go earth and ashes, this flesh goes back to what? The ground. Yeah. What the fuck are you proud for? You ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? But I like that in the Strong's definition. It says depressed, figuratively, in mind or circumstances. All right, in mind gentle, or circumstances needy, especially saintly, humbly, lowly, meek, poor. All right, so you have to have. Then we look at the example of Yahweh Shemel Shai. What did it say in Isaiah? He said he was acquainted with what? Grief. And a man of what? Sorrows. Yeah. All right. You look at Paul. What did he say? How did he go? He said he was in perils of countrymen. The heathens. You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 26. In journeying often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city.
He stayed in the jam. Paul stayed in jams. All right, to whom much is given, much is required. All right, he stayed on a fucking run damn near. Got bit by the snake. You know what I'm saying? He was shipwrecked. Go ahead, brother.
And perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren.
Ooh, excuse me.
And perils among false brethren.
Coming to the point, pride is destruction. Those false brothers that we sit there and love, help in every single way, financially, you know what I'm saying? Emotionally, spiritually.
Oh,
it's the spirit.
So you're not even weeping that they are enemies of the cross.
I thought that that's the spirit.
Even weeping, man. And that shit, man, I didn't cry with certain brothers, man. That shit does not fucking feel good.
That's it.
That's probably the number one thing that probably hurt me in this truth, man.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what happens.
Because when we start this relationship, brother, first of all, we're not figuratively brothers. Because according to Esau, you don't have the same mom, you don't have the same dad, you might not be deemed to be brothers, right? Spiritually, going back to 1 John 1:1, that which was from the beginning, that what we have seen with our own eyes, we heard, our hands have handled the words of truth. You go back to the beginning, Genesis 1:1, in the beginning. All right, you get back to Genesis 1:1. It says, the Most High. Well, it says the Elohim, says God. But if you go into the etymology, it's Elohim. Go into the word Elohim, it means the powers, and the powers are who? The body of Yahweh Shai. So guess, if we prove ourselves to be that, we actually literally brothers. So when we start to talk, build, make relationships, man, I love the brothers, man. It's no, nigga, I love y'all. All right? That's the reason why we do the things that we do. Oh, brother, need a ride, man. I'm tired as fuck. I don't feel like going. I got you, brother. Don't worry about it. I got you. Oh, you need some money? You know what? All I got, you here, take this 20, man. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, brother, you need to crash tonight? Come on, brother. Go ahead and crash. All right? You know what I'm saying? Brother D-Match asked me to go drive to him, to Crown Point, Indiana, earlier today. And I want to come and lay down and chill out because I just finished jiu-jitsu. I was like, first of all, I don't see my brother D-Mash all the time. This all happened in 0.02 seconds. I don't see my brother all the time. He asked me to ride. The Lord says in the scriptures, a man asks you to walk 1 mile, do what?
20.
Because you got to go, he walked the mile to get there, now you got to walk the mile back. All right? So I did because that's we're brothers. Brothers, give me a high five. Whatever the fuck it is. But that's what it is. We're a body. We're a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Is there more than that?
Fitly joined together.
Oh, good scripture. Is there more than that scripture? Who was reading? Somebody was reading. Right? He forgot he was reading.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:27. It says, in weariness and painfulness, and watchings often, and hunger and thirst, and fastings often, and cold and nakedness, besides those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches.
Excuse me?
The care of all the churches.
One more time.
The care of all the churches.
And see, if you're prideful to leave this body, you do not care for the church.
No damn.
So then why would you have or think that the Father is
Right.
going to care
Right.
for
Yes.
The scriptures say that what did the Apostle Paul say, I do all things for the elect's sake.
Yes.
If you may have an issue within the brotherhood, hey, endure it, right? Whatever's going on, because you got other, brothers around you that need you.
Well, shit, it's like a woman that has no husband versus a woman that leaves her husband. Now the woman that has no husband is already longing for a husband. She's already going through it. You're still gonna go through it, but hey, the Lord's gonna bless her with a husband. She's longing for a husband. A woman that leaves her husband, she's gonna more than likely get fucked up because she left a post that her job was to care for a man. All right.
Right.
You left this thing that you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
So the Lord is not gonna have any mercy on you.
Right.
He's not,
No hedge.
No, yeah.
and it's spoiled.
Yep.
And you know what? And see, since judgment is executed speedily amongst the wicked, their heart and pride is fully setting them to do wickedness and evil. But guess what? The Lord's going to get you in the end. It's going to lead you to destruction.
That's it. Yep. Because it was already telltale signs of that coming. But because of our love, we still have hope and still, uplift and, encourage and, all these things, But it's like, damn, it's little signs, that you can't take rebuke, can't take correction. You sit up here and talk to a brother sideways, let alone a brother that's your elder. You know what I'm saying? Sideways. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, you steady got to pull you to the side and have little counsels and stuff. All right, because you out of order. And here it is, everybody wrong but you.
Yeah, that's some humbling shit, bro. And you know what? We'll see. All right? Because, it's some people who can go on their own and get corrected and come back. Or, Most High accepts. But I'm telling you, man,
It's a scary thing.
it's a scary thing for that. And for the 2/3,
Play that game.
all 100% of the 2/3 in the wicked are prideful. All the heathens are prideful. All right? Matter of fact, the only people who are meek leading to salvation is only the hope for righteous elect.
That's it.
That shows you, and if you really had, I wish I had the pie chart, the 2/3 pie chart, what I'm saying? But you can make that the world pie chart, because everybody who's not an Israelite is already in the pride basket, okay? And then 2/3 of our people are in the pride basket. So that lets you know out of 8 billion people on this planet, it's really just a handful collectively that are actually genuinely sincere and humble. And that shows you the beauty, the preciousness of meekness.
Man, we so close to the end right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you got shit like that happening. Here it is. Putin just put a shit with hypersonic missiles in the Atlantic. But you got people that think they can go off and survive by themselves, man.
That's crazy.
It's too close to the end.
The gas prices going up, food going up. Eggs used to be 99 cents a dozen,
Oh,
and now it's like $4 or $5 a dozen.
And $10 in some places.
Shit.
Them free range eggs, the bougie eggs, you said? I mean, who gave the last piece of something?
This
Yes,
first,
something?
I could end it with this one.
Still some more left?
oh,
No, I guess we have to.
Okay, so yours and then we'll go. That'll be it.
this First Peter 5:1, it says, "The elders which are among you."
Salaki, brother. See, the elder.
Oh,
Yes, the
Salaki.
brother's doing just posted up a video from LA. Many great miseries coming unto the prideful.
Damn.
Wow.
See that you watch the spirit, you see the spirit, and see what the spirit is doing. All right,
Damn.
Damn, man, that's
that's cold blooded. Make me. I need to come see. I need to go see them. I know, right?
Yeah.
And you know how much stuff I still got? I got a whole bunch of shit I left in LA. God damn it! I was planning on going back and never went back.
This First Peter 5:1. The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you.
Yeah, and then just, can I say this real quick? The flock is, because you have some guys say like, well, I'm feeding the flock, via YouTube and all that stuff, right? I'm putting messages out there. But what about the ones that are literally physically around you?
Mm-hmm.
But no, you know what? I'm just gonna go, whatever. I'll leave the sheep to defend themselves, and they'll be fine.
Well, there was a particular man, I'm not gonna mention his name because I still hope he get his shit back together too. But he was like, man, ain't no scripture how to do mandatory videos. Yes, it is. Be obedient to your master. Your master said do 3 videos. That means the scripture says do motherfucking 3 videos. But then how's the flock gonna be fed?
Right.
Imagine from 2007 that nobody only did, just made sure we only did bare minimum 1 video a week. How much longer would it take the word to propagate?
Man.
And then where's your fire at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah said he was done talking to the people, and what he said?
There was a fire in my bones. I couldn't hold
He
it.
said, man, fuck all this shit, I'm done teaching.
Right.
Fuck all of you. But there's a fire in my belly. And it ain't me all over and went right back to teaching because he couldn't stop.
That's it, yeah.
You said fuck all of us, Jared. No, fuck you. Your ass is going out. The Lord told me to come out here.
This is verse 2. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
That's it.
Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage,
That's right.
but being examples to the flock.
So how can you be an example but you by yourself?
Okay.
Who you be an example to?
See, understand to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how simple the scriptures are.
Yeah.
The simplicity in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
It says, verse 4, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
He was the chief shepherd.
It says,
So we're not alone.
God.
We got shepherds.
And when two or more is gathered, he's in the midst.
Perfect.
It said, verse 5. It said, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
It says submit.
Yep.
Submit yourselves, man. Hey, if you have a man above you, submit yourself to that man.
Period.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Fucking
Period.
up. Get out your goddamn mind.
Hey,
Well,
you know what?
it's
And it's so like if I extend on that what you said, not only to your elders, brother, but to your fellow Peters, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, if any one of you brothers, I don't care if I'll rank you or not, I don't give a fuck. If you bring me something through the spirit and the scriptures, I'm gonna make a correction, bro. Cause bro, we have to listen and being in the spirit. I don't want to do no fucking madness, bro. So, and it's a scripture that I can't remember the wording, but it was also basically submitting yourselves one to another. Something to that. Something to
Was
that.
that First Peter?
Yeah,
Like
it
2 and 17?
It should be one in that. It should be in that 5th chapter too.
I think there's 1, 2 and 17. First Peter.
I'm about to go look
I
at
think
it.
it says
now.
like what honor the brother.
Ephesians, whatever. I think it's one also in there.
Ephesians 5:21. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God, and that's what I'm saying. Submitting yourselves one to another, man.
God.
So it's just not just to the elders, brother.
God.
You know what I'm saying? That was a difference because the Lord would tell it's an order, so it's a rebuke, not an elder. So there's an order to it.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and to treat an elder as a father.
Yeah.
So there's a way about it, especially if it's a younger brother coming to an older brother. But at the same time, we should be submitting ourselves to one another, and that's the point.
And on top of that, you don't know who that person is in the past lifetime. You
In the
understand?
spirit.
Yeah.
God.
What the scriptures talk about? You gonna be like this little child,
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
you
He's
know?
not fit for the kingdom, right?
Right.
Mm.
You know, and guess what? Children, they have parents, all right, and you have to be subject to those parents.
That's right.
You see,
Yeah.
if you're not a child, you know, then you're a parent. Then you the elder, and you got it. Then we'll see. See, but again, the scripture says you have to be like that little child, meaning you have to be humble. You have to submit yourself to your parents, and in the spirit, you have spiritual parents. You see,
Yeah.
and if not, then you not my disciple.
That's it.
Right. Okay, I said the scripture that you quoted, Matthew 18:3, and this is Yahushua, and said, verily, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
You see that? Little children have parents,
Yeah.
and you can't say to your parents, I'm leaving because I don't like your instructions. I don't like the way you put me on punishment. I don't like the way you tell me to go get a switch. You know what I'm saying? So you can whoop me. I don't like that you do that. You know what? I'm leaving.
Fuck you, mom.
Yeah, and then they go out there and create a even worse life for themselves, and then they come back crying to their parents a year later with a baby, or
That's-
pregnant,
Yes,
or,
sir.
or on drugs,
That's
or
it.
the streets then whoop their ass, so they just got out of jail.
Yep, totally out of order. Read it again, Dr. Prashad.
Matthew 18:3, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little
You
children,
gotta become as little children, or what?
ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4. Just a little more.
Yes,
Verse
sir.
4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child,
Being meek.
the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
Wait a minute. So that meek guy is the what?
The greatest, the same is the greatest, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
That goes back to what I said earlier. The 1/3, including the 144,
Yeah.
are the meekest people on the fucking planet, and they're going to be the greatest for forever.
That's it.
Eternity.
That's it. It's a rough game you playing when you talk about I'm gonna go do this thing on my own because you don't like correction and you don't like whatever the case may have been. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is the examples that we have, man. That's what it says. The scripture says, "Whatsoever things was written aforetime was written for our learning."
This made me think of all these bitches that left these great men of the Lord. Oh, M to the G.
That's it.
They're going to be sorrowful. That's what scripture said. They're going to be sitting on the ground, they're going to be losing their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Please. I can't. Man, shit, I hope that your mind gets eaten. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I want nothing but destruction in your bitch ass. You either righteous or you wicked. There ain't no. Is there the halfway pregnant guy?
No, you either be pregnant or you're not.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be halfway prideful. You can't be halfway meek. You have to be either meek or you're proud.
You're either dead or alive.
Period.
I'm about to say,
Nigga, one of the two, goddamn.
I was going to say, like, what baby bird has, like, left the nest and survived, man. All right? You can't be prideful in this truth, man.
They can't leave
You
you
going out
they
there
can
thinking,
fly.
Fly, right.
By the time they can fly,
yeah.
they grown and they good. They dead.
Yeah, and them prayers on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
But I can finish this up real quick.
Yeah.
This 1 Peter 5:5, and one of the brothers, y'all was right, it was here too. It says, "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another,
That's another one, yes.
and be clothed with
That's actually what I
humility."
was thinking about.
Oh, it says, "And be clothed with humility, for Yahweh resisted."
See, that's
Resistant.
like I'm skipping the subject on tonight because that's actually was the one that triggered it. But then after we started talking, that one came to my mind. But so you got an older brother still being subject to another brother, so I'm so-called elder, right? And one of you brothers was like, "Hey, you're right. Could you bring that case of water?" "No, brother, I'm the elder. He go get that water." "No, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick up that fucking case of water." All right, because we're one body, man. All right, and it's not about one individual; it's about the body.
Yeah.
If you understand the body, the symbioticness, all right, the synergy, you want to make sure the body is straight.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't care about rank and file or for glory's sake. We use rank for order's sake and correction's sake. All right. Outside of that, man, we one body. You know what I'm saying? We go through the same shit together. When the popo accosts us, we all be accosted. When we get scoffed, we all being scoffed.
Right.
When somebody come up and bless us, we all getting blessed. It's really simple, man. Pride will make you forget that.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You finished?
Oh, so like it.
And do you have to steal the Holy Scripture?
I got one.
Okay, so go.
I got
No, we'll hit him, but let's hit him because now we're getting a little.
It says, "And be clothed with humility, for Yahweh resisteth the proud, and
Let him not. Go ahead.
and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time."
And there you go. Go ahead, brother.
Or just to end it, this is 2nd Ezra 8:1, and he said, and he answered me, saying, "The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few." You know, only the meek are going to be saved. You know, the elect of the nation of Israel, and our first fruits of slaves is these elite banking families, man, these Edomites and other heathens. You know, compared to the 8 billion people. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is the last one.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 10. The point is in 3, but I mean, when we start at 1, I could just hit the point.
It's up to you, brother. Please do it.
Alright, well, it says Romans 10:3 says, "For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High."
So if you didn't submit, which means put yourself under, you put yourself over. Read it again, but they put themselves over the Most High.
It says in
The Most High gives us the recommendations in these scriptures on how to live, move, and have our being.
Yep.
If you're not under that, you claim to be over that.
Yep.
It's basically telling the Lord, you made a mistake, move out the way.
It says in Romans 10, chapter 10, verse 3, for they, being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh.
So they basically over the Lord. Go ahead. That's it. Keep going.
It says, for Mashiach is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes.
So if you believe, he said, what's the scripture say? Without faith, it's impossible to please him. If you have faith, you're going to do Luke 6:46. Why callest thou me Lord, Lord, and do is not the thing that I say.
Yep.
So you got it, elder.
All right, well, with that, hopefully this was another edifying lesson. And with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom and Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.
Hey, could you end that one for me? Just press exit broadcast.